Alright, we're here to check out this, The Witcher 4 Unreal Engine 5 tech demo. I've seen this going around and people talking about it, and it has a lot of views on YouTube. And while I'm not the biggest Witcher fan, this definitely looks like something I would play. So I'm just gonna check it out and see what this tech demo is. Obviously it's a tech demo, so it's very obviously not going to be the final product, you know? At least not with this kind of quality.
Showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS.
Absolutely, no one fucking cares. Saying standard PlayStation 5 is like me saying, oh, it runs on a standard PC. I don't fucking know what a PlayStation 5 has in terms of specs. I don't think most people do.
In the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher.
That right there is why I'm interested in this game. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've tried to play the Witcher series. Like, I'm the type of player who, I can't, for the life of me, play The Witcher 3 without playing the first two games first. I'm that type of player. I will not play the third entry in a series if I haven't played the first two. I can't, right? I have to, especially if it's with the same protagonist, right? Like, it would be like playing Mass Effect 3 without playing Mass Effect 1 and 2 first. You know, it's ridiculous. That's how I view it. So, I've tried to play with The Witcher 1 twice, actually. And both times I've gotten like halfway through the game and I get so fucking bored because it hasn't aged well. I'm just gonna say that it has not aged well. But the main reason why I'm actually interested in The Witcher 3 or 4 rather here is because it has a new protagonist. And I'm not gonna lie, Geralt seemed so dull to me. I don't know. I prefer being able to create my own character, or at least playing a female character. I'm not gonna lie, Geralt was so dull to me, at least in the first game.
The world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game.
Okay, and I'm not gonna pause a lot after this, trust me. I just want to mention this real quick, just from this one thing that I just saw. Look at this.
Kovir.
Did you see that? Did you see it? Did you see it?
Region we are
Let's look at it again.
in is called Kovir, and you'll get.
Did you see it? One more time for those of you in the back. Look carefully, ladies and gentlemen.
In is called Kovir, and you'll get.
What just happened? The character was walking and then went into a run. But notice what happened. The character did not go from 0 to 100 instantly. And if you go back to the beginning here, this is something you notice a lot.
To explore it in a game.
The animations are pristine. I've been a massive advocate for animations for a long ass time.
And after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
It also looks like the cloak physics are also very good.
Right,
as well as the swords hanging.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
She seems hot as well. That's another positive.
Her own loyal companion.
But the main thing
These two characters
is the animations.
Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding
feeling like the character that you're controlling.
Yeah, and to support
actually is like an actual character in the world.
So
like you're controlling an actual person. That's what it needs to feel like.
And speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Good.
And
Good,
also
very
some really
good.
nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Okay. That's cool.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second.
I'd imagine,
about the world.
I'd actually imagine that a lot of people think that that's probably unnecessary, maybe. But I think what they are trying to say is that the muscle thing plays into animations as well, right? Because ultimately, what's the point of making, oh, so the muscles move like they would in real life? What's the point of that if not to make it so that the animations, the movement of the horse as well as the human characters move like they're supposed to?
So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And
Obviously,
with
also,
nanogeometry,
if you
we
notice at
free
the very
artists
bottom
from
here,
so many
it
of their
says
old
not
constraints.
actual
But we don't
gameplay.
want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce
So we can't even say
nanite
that
foliage.
we can't even say that that
And
animation that
in
we
order to
saw
achieve
of Siri or
gorgeous
whatever the fuck her
foliage
name is,
density everywhere, while still
that
being memory
animation of
efficient,
her
fast to
moving
render,
is
we
actually in
believed
the
that a
game. We
new
can't even say
idea
that.
was needed. So instead of the same
Because most of this
approach
is,
we've been using
you know,
for the past 20
pre-recorded,
years,
pre-rendered and stuff
artists
like
should be
that. So it's
free
like,
to take
obviously,
a
it plays
nanite
well.
approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
That's
And
cool, but I have
compromise
no idea
means
what the fuck
how
any of that
ambitious
means.
we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life.
Not even gonna
with
lie.
Incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up
That's
with
good.
Siri.
That's good. Hopefully what they're talking about is optimization, so that, you know, you don't need a fucking, what's it called, a 5090 or whatever, 7090 to play this game. Dude, I didn't play Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I heard and I saw that people who, that apparently you can't play the game if it's installed on a hard drive, on an HDD, like you needed it to be installed on an SSD, otherwise it wouldn't play. Like, what? What the fuck? Since when is that a thing? Apparently it's been a thing. And like, yeah, I know about the fact that obviously you want to, you know, install certain very high like high performance stuff on your main drive, your main, like basically on an SSD, right? So it would play better. But I didn't realize that apparently that's like a requirement now. Like, what the fuck? But like, I'm really hoping that you know, they talk about being able to render more things, but without it getting laggy and stuff like that. But like,
fishing, trade, and mining.
that's
It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdres has to offer.
look at, dude. If they have these animations of the character, you know, of your player character, this crisp and clean in the actual game and not just in this tech demo, dude. What can I even say? This is very, very good. Like I said, if they even have half of those animations in the actual game, it's gonna be good. These days, I would say, when I see a game, like a third-person game, whether it's, you know, fantasy or sci-fi or whatever, when I see a third-person game, I always look at the character animations, the movement animations. How smooth does the character move? When you look at Ciri here, walking, you feel like you feel like it's an actual character in this world walking, but you're controlling her. That's what it needs to feel like, to feel good, to feel immersive. But unfortunately, a lot of other games, they don't focus a lot on the character animations, and it ends up feeling like I don't know, unimmersive. You look at those characters and you see them going from walking to running, and it's like there's barely any transition animations. You know, it goes from walking to running almost immediately without any like wind-up animation. And a lot of the time, the reason they do it is, well, one, it's less work, and two, it's to make the gameplay faster for people, for the player, essentially.
For the furry rascal will often wait, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Okay, let's be honest. That right there. Let's look at this again. Let's look at this again. I can tell you this right now. Maybe this animation might still be in the game when it comes out. But this animation right here, nope. Hell no, that's 100% not gonna be in the game. Because it stuns you. You can kind of see it as well, right? If you look very closely, it slows you into an animation. And you don't want that in the actual game. It looks immersive, but you don't want that in an actual game. But yeah, the animations look so good.
Guys, notice how responsive
Brother.
the world is. Character
That's
actions
rude.
directly affect what happens around you. Sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
I mean, that's cool, but somehow I don't think they can actually pull this off.
Look at this poor gentleman
That's why
being taught how to fly by
it's
an
all
ancient
not
intern.
gameplay, not actual gameplay
happens
as
when
it
you
says
see the
on the
plan.
bottom.
Last of it, is it? Ready to aim.
I kind of wish the actually, never mind. I was gonna say, I wish these shadows were a little bit darker. But again, it's complete daylight right now, and the sun is beaming, so maybe it's not going to be that dark anyway. So I mean,
Okay, so this
hopefully the nighttime is darker.
is the guy who gave the series Quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
Everyone's so rude and like an asshole.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you.
I think they 100% made her look more attractive
Kavir's
than she
smuggling
was
trade
in
is of
the
no
like the
concern.
cinematic trailer or whatever the fuck that
The
came out
manticore
earlier.
That flattened your cart and devoured your men. Quite the opposite.
Because a lot of people were saying that they thought she looked
No, them winged
not like
hellspawn
ugly,
yards
but
in
like
a
not as
parade.
attractive as she could be.
While Siri decides what
So
to
I
do about
wouldn't
that
be surprised if they
merchant, let's take a look at
100%
the
made her
character
more
technology
attractive.
that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Rugged me ladies after one of them.
Comes. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Interesting, something more. Got mackerel, cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner
True.
in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
Yeah, with this many NPCs,
So you are seeing tons of optimization.
there is absolutely 0% chance that you're playing this with 60 FPS.
Optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over
Like I said,
300 animated skeletal mesh agents, all going about their business.
like I said, you're gonna need like a fucking 1790 to play this.
And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Yeah, this would be cool if I understood the reference, but I don't, because I haven't played the other games, and I'm not going to be playing this game until I've played the other games, unfortunately. Or maybe I will, because it's a new protagonist. I mean, that was cool. That was fucking cool. The main big thing that I really like about this, and I'm hoping that they're gonna put this in the actual game, is the character animations. Holy fuck, I cannot stress this enough. Player character animations are so fucking important. I would even say, I would go as far as to say, they are one of the most important things in a third-person immersive roleplay experience. I remember, like one of the reasons why, like, if you've ever played Dragon Age Inquisition, right? In Inquisition, there were horses to get around faster because the maps were quite large. But in that game, I spent most of the time running on foot. You want to know why? Because the animations for the movement were clean. And it actually felt like I was controlling a real human or a real character in that world. And that's what I want to feel like. When I want to have an immersive experience, a roleplay experience, the animations for my character need to be very clean, very smooth and clean, and there needs to be weight to the animations, like I'm actually controlling a person. And it looks like here they are doing exactly that. The animations look so fucking clean.
The region we are
And
in
the seamless transitions into the animations as well. Because, for instance, here, right, she's walking, she's being controlled by the player, and then when this happens, this right here most likely is an animation. Until here, and then the player controls again, right? The transition from player controlled to animation to player controlled is very clean and very good.
And you'll get
And then this going from walking to running is so good.
It's called Kovir. And
It actually feels like you're not going from 0 to 100 immediately, right? It actually, yeah, like, this shit looks so good.
explores the world.
I fucking love the animations. But yeah, ultimately, like I said, most likely if The Witcher 4 is going to be anything like this or like this, good luck playing this on any kind of average GPU. Just fucking good luck, because it's not going to happen. Maybe on like 10 FPS, maybe. But yeah, no. I pray that they work on optimization a lot. And I pray that this is going to be Baldur's Gate 3, but an open world, third-person RPG. That's what I hope this is going to be. Even though I'm probably not even going to play it until I play all the other games. But I hope to God we are pushing gaming to that level where we are getting a Baldur's Gate 3, but third-person, open world. That shit would be great.